Okay. Got a special guest with us today.
Is he on his way or what?
I think he's coming in right now.
Can't wait to meet him.
He said he'd be here in a couple minutes. So
okay.
We'll
so
give
just
him
kind of chill till then.
But yeah, do you know when he's coming?
I texted him a minute ago. He said he was on the way, but he had to stop to help some old lady cross the road or something.
Yeah, I'm really
What a
excited
guy.
for him though. It's this
What a
Jayden
guy.
Barnum guy.
Oh wait,
that's
that's Jayden
that's
Barnum.
Oh, I didn't even
Wow.
know. Fuck. I've heard great things, man.
Dude, what a corny way to begin.
I know. Corn is the only way.
Dude,
You saw how big Corn got recently with the Corn Kid.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I beat that trend.
Big corn?
Yeah.
How'd you beat the trend?
Well, it's I mean, corn or carn as I like to call it, has kind of been a joke since high school with a few friends of mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
Corn
you're
or
the
Karn?
Carn.
Carn?
You call it
Yeah.
Karn, huh?
Yeah.
Karn.
Like
Yeah.
Carnage?
No, I probably shouldn't explain it. It's just,
So you're the original Corn Kid.
yeah.
That's
Sure,
awesome.
you could say that.
Wow. So this podcast is going viral.
I did not think that that's how this would start. Also,
Neither did I.
That was the last thing I'd expect to talk
I'm
about.
Cooper, you kind of. I mean, who is he?
I guess he's the Corn Kid.
He's the Corn
No,
Kid.
I'm not the corn kid. That was all.
He's the original
fake
Corn
news.
Kid.
So if you're not the Corn Kid, Jayden, who are you?
Who am I?
Can you sum yourself up in a sentence?
First and foremost, I'm
Or
a
a
child
haiku.
of God.
That's a great answer.
Yeah,
Good.
the son of God. It's probably the most important part about me. I'd
Yeah.
say.
A lot of worth is
for
from
you
that.
guys too, and
Yeah.
everyone else.
I'm a son of God.
I'd
Yeah.
say I am. Yeah.
Yeah, the second most important thing about me is probably that I work at Payson Total Fitness and Salem Total Fitness.
I mean,
Yeah.
wait, what the heck?
Well,
If you
look at
guys,
that.
for all your people that aren't watching, we're wearing some Salem/Payson Total
Let's
Fitness
give it up
shirts.
for your first sponsor.
Guys, this is our official, we got a sponsor.
I'm real excited. This first real one.
First real
We've
sponsor.
kind of had some fake sponsors.
We had some fake
yeah.
If
sponsors.
you haven't noticed.
So you guys really aren't connected to Manscaped? Or?
I
well,
guess we were. Then they kind of dropped us.
They dropped
for
us.
some-
We got too big. Too big, too fast.
Oh, that's understandable.
Well, you guys are our most loyal sponsors.
I'd say you guys are some of our more loyal members for
Dude,
sure.
we are ride or die Payson Total Fit. Well, Salem/Payson Total Fitness.
Yeah, you could just either.
I mean, I've worked at Payson Total Fitness maybe 2 times. Both very positive experiences, but Salem Total Fitness is where my heart lies.
Yeah.
Like seriously, I've been to lots of. I guess not a whole lot, but like every other gym I've been to, STF, Salem Total Fitness, like levels above it. Like it's not even close.
So I guess.
It's really kind of you to say.
Well,
I mean, it's true.
It works for
I
us,
wouldn't
though.
say it if it wasn't true.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. And so, what is your official position? Is what, like the manager? Can we say
Yeah, general manager.
general manager?
Yeah,
for both of them.
yeah.
So, as general manager for the Total Fitnesses, what do you think your biggest challenge is as a general manager is?
That's a really good question. Luckily for me, I haven't really dove into like the more difficult like back end stuff. Like I'm mostly just day to day operations, but probably managing a lot of the members, I'd say,
Really?
is challenging. Yeah, just making sure, 'cause you'd be surprised like what people don't read, and so they're always coming back with like hey, like what's going on with my account and stuff like that. And so I'd say just, sometimes a lot of people think they canceled, but they didn't cancel because they didn't cancel the right way, or if that makes sense.
Right.
Or they just realize they haven't canceled in the last
Yeah.
6 months, or like,
Like-
I canceled back then.
Like,
I
I promised I
haven't-
canceled.
They're like, I haven't been to the gym in 5 months. They're like, well, sorry I didn't check on you and make
Yeah.
sure you were coming in, but
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, and it's really not that big of a challenge because I mean most people do kind of understand, but there's quite a few people that don't
Yeah.
understand what they're getting themselves into. Like they're they sign an agreement and everything. So.
And I talked to you about this the other day too, and I just like, especially like a gym like Salem Total Fitness, I feel like it's just, at least for me, like the vibe I get is it's such like a kind of small town home feel, like almost like a staple of Salem.
Yeah.
And like I'm happy to like support that gym. Like if I don't go, like let's say I freaking move to somewhere for college for a couple months or something, like I'm still paying my gym membership to STF just because like I want to support you guys, you know.
Well, to him saying that, I remember me and Cooper were talking about this. A big reason we didn't want to move away, go rent an apartment in Orem or Provo or like just move away from Salem. A big part of it really was the gym, like just the convenience of Salem Total Fitness. Yeah. Plus, like one big thing I think my personal narrative has become is like I really like the idea of like positive like gym positivity. Yeah. And I feel that like more in Salem Total Fitness than I have in like any other gym I've gone to, right? So like that's one of my biggest things I like about the Total Fitnesses is like, of course you're gonna get, and I'm not saying anyone's a douchebag, but of course you're gonna get the douchebags and the guys who want to be loud and throw and the high schoolers that want to scream at a kid doing a max bench of 185. Yeah, you're gonna get that, but like I've never felt that what I'm trying to say is that Salem I don't feel that necessarily a ton as compared to a lot of gyms, and that's why I like Salem a lot. Yeah. So I want to ask, is that just because of like where the gyms are, or have you guys like made a special effort to like have a positive like gym positivity?
Well, I mean, a lot of what a gym is what the members are. Yeah. I always, whenever someone asks me like what's the difference between like these local gyms than Vasa, right? I tell them like, I tell them, well, it's exactly what you said. Like they're local gyms. It's like the difference between going to your mom and pop restaurant and going to McDonald's, you know. Right. And so a lot. I mean, we get all people from this end of the county. And so they're just all locals. A lot of people know each other, so a lot of people respect each other, make an effort to respect each other. Now, like you said, we do have our issues. A lot of high school kids still learning how to respect others' space and respect equipment and you know. Right. But I mean. Well, we do make an effort just to take care of our members, and I personally feel like I work with a lot of members when I don't necessarily need to. Right. And so in hopes that they do feel the need to treat the gym better and the other members better, and so what goes around comes around. So
yeah. I like it.
Yeah, I like that. This is kind of random, but what's like the process of like getting new equipment? Because I've noticed some like new stuff's been like popping up.
New stuff's been popping up.
I know. Just everyone's all roll up their freaking new machine in the corner. I'm like, oh dang.
Oh yeah.
Like, how do you go about picking new stuff?
So there's a lot of shopping, just seeing where the best equipment is, and we found that it's worth spending the money on nicer equipment because it lasts longer. Right. A challenge that is faced is a lot of times big companies won't work with you because you won't spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on equipment. So if you want to get just one or two machines, a lot of times they're like, oh, you're not worth my time, at least the reps. And so, I mean, it's pretty simple. You just talk to a rep. You can never go online and find an exact price. Like sometimes you can, but they always make you go to a rep first and then talk to them, find out where they're going to be shipping it to, and then just buy it.
Do you ever go test it out first, or find a gym with that one, or just kind of?
No, because I mean most machines, when certain machines are going to work the same. Right. What's important is the brand. And like how cheap a material they're using, and so so I mean, yeah, like with like that hammer strength stuff, yeah. I mean, it's not super necessary to like go try out what the bench looks like, and I feel like too, I've like already seen a lot of different pieces of equipment just from going to different gyms and like equipment that we've had in the past, and it just kind of helps us know like what we would prefer. So
I did see you go undercover at Vasa.
You're undercover.
I was undercover. No, I was just in St. George. There's no Total Fitness in St. George, so
not yet. Right?
I tried the Summit Fitness down there. It was a sweet gym. It was kind of interesting though. It was definitely a different feel. That
really.
Yeah, because I mean I hardly ever work out at other places unless I'm out of town, and so. Yeah, going down there was a little bit interesting. I kind of let my ego get the best of me a little bit. Like I didn't get any confrontations, but
just throwing up 500.
Well,
they can feel bad about themselves.
So I was waiting for the chair to be open and do some shoulder press, some dumbbell shoulder press, and I was it opened up, and so I was walking towards it. And this guy sees me walking towards it, cuts me off, sets his water down. And so I was like, oh, well, you know what that means. I'm going to have to work out right next to you. And so it was not necessary. And so like I took the bench right next to him. And I ended up just bringing the bench up, which I feel like I can do more weight on that than the chair.
Right.
And I just grabbed some pretty heavy dumbbells. we were both doing shoulder press, and so I felt pretty good about myself.
Dude, that's awesome
to hear, man.
But then I'm like, why am I being so petty? It's not that. Like
no,
this is the kind of stuff that, like, I try to, like, avoid at our gym, and I'm just, like, down here.
No, I'm a firm believer in gym rivals. Like kids, I've never spoken to them. Like, I don't even know anything about them. Don't even know their names. Never spoken to him, but I just like see him at the gym, you know. And for some reason, I just like I have to compete with him. I'm like I just don't like this guy for some reason.
I think it's just human nature, like
Like every time I see him, I'll see him across the gym. I'll see him doing that weight, and I'll have to like go do more. Like I don't know if they know this or not, but I don't know.
In the end, we're all just animals.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think like our ancestors are just like they would like have the same thing, right? Like, oh, I killed this huge bear with a freaking rock.
Yeah.
What did you kill? Like an antelope or something?
Hey, those are fast.
That's true.
That'd be hard to...
Well, let me just say...
Well, anyway, I get
like an armadillo. Like, you killed an armadillo, and I killed a bear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like it's just... like, that is the gym is the modern way of doing that. So, like, I feel like it's just natural man wanting to say, hey, dude, like... I'm bigger, badder, tougher than you, so...
You know the best way to make amends, though?
What's that?
You ask him for a spot.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, if you guys were to actually talk to each other, I mean, I'm sure you guys would just be totally chill, right?
No, that happened to me one time.
Yeah.
He came and asked me for a spot. And
Hey, look at that.
He was a really nice guy. I'm like, now I can't hate on this guy.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so funny how that works.
You know, it's funny you say this. I had a spiritual experience yesterday.
Oh, good.
Sunday.
That's good to hear.
I was judging some people, like, beforehand. I knew I had to do something with these people. That's as far as I'll say. And it was church related. Uh-huh. And this seems to always happen to me where I'll kind of judge the person, or I'll speak badly about them, or I'll just be kind of a garbage person. And then I'll have a spiritual experience with this person. So, like, I had a spiritual experience with these two people during a church activity. And I feel like this always happens to me where it's like, I'm a jerk and I'm just not smart enough to learn God's lesson. So God has to repeatedly teach me this lesson to, like, not judge the person. Because most likely, if you gave them the time of day, you're going to end up liking that person, or at least having a somewhat of a respect for them, right?
Yeah.
So after this experience I had yesterday, I had this lesson all the time, but it was a good lesson. Like, if you just talk to a person, try to learn a person, you're going to probably like them, even if you don't like them, you know?
Yeah.
And so I think that's one of a fun reason to have a podcast too, is like, you can always have these intimate conversations with people, right? Mm-hmm. And it's something I really enjoyed. But yeah, God teaches me lessons all the time, but I don't really learn them a lot very easily. So
then he has to do it again and again.
I have to do it again. So I'm like thinking like, you know, and then there's been times at the gym where people will just like be so nice to me. And I'm like, why are you being nice to me? And then I feel so good. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I just like needed to make a conscious effort to be nicer. I don't know what it is. And you're one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Oh, dude, you are by far, like, I'm not even kidding you when I say this. Like, top 3 easy.
Dang.
Top 3.
It's true. And for
you know a lot of people.
Boy, and for Cooper to say this.
I don't know very many.
Oh, you don't know very many? Okay.
Well,
I'm still honored.
Top 3.
Wow.
For Cooper to say this, it's pretty big because, I mean, I don't feel like you like a ton of people.
Hey, come on, man.
No, but what I mean is
he
like,
doesn't talk to him.
but he constantly says like there's like a very short list of people where he considers to be like genuinely good people, and you're always on the list.
Wow.
Well, you know, I told you, I'm working on it. I'm trying to be
you are.
nicer and seeing people in a better light. But yeah, like genuinely nice, like not fake people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't mean. I feel like there's a difference between being nice to someone and like knowing like, yeah, they're kind of fake. Maybe they aren't always this nice. Like, you can distinguish the two, but still be nice to them. But like you, I feel like just 100% like genuinely, like that's just who you are. You're just like a nice person, like never kind of fake it all. That's just who you are.
So what grounds you as a human?
Well, my mom grounded me a lot. When I was younger. My dad grounded me more than my mom.
What could get Jayden Barnum grounded? That's my question.
Dude, no, I'm not gonna lie. When I was like in elementary school, I was for some odd reason so stuck up.
Really?
Yeah. I
Elementary school.
I'm not even kidding. Like, no, I know. Like, I'll bet there's probably a lot of people that feel this way. Like on the playground, like they're the biggest and baddest. But like, I was like the biggest in elementary school.
Dude, you were the king of the hill.
Yeah, I was the king of the hill.
I believe it.
No, I actually was like pretty stuck up when I was a little kid, and like I was pretty short tempered when I was a little kid too. Like, it wouldn't take much for my little brothers to like, pull no. I can't say words right, but anyway, I told you I was gonna be like all jittery because I just got done working out.
Dude,
Pretty still there, but anyway,
the caffeine.
it wouldn't take much for my little brothers to make me angry, and so I mean, there's some times where I'd beat them up, like not bad, not like
yeah, no, I know what you mean. Just rough them up a little.
Yeah,
bit,
rough them up a little bit,
right.
just teach them a lesson, like, hey, leave me alone type
right.
stuff. But
no one ever contacted Child Protective Services.
No one ever did. Luckily,
because you're considerably bigger than your brothers.
Oh yeah. I don't know what happened to me in my family, but yeah, I'm a lot larger than both of them. Like, my mom's like 5'2" or something like that.
Your dad's not small
Mexican
though.
lady. No, he's like 5'11".
5'11".
Used to be like 6 foot, but
yeah, time shrinks you, man.
But like in high school, I guess he was a bit of a runt for a while.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. So
it makes you wonder where you came from.
Well, like my like all my aunts and uncles on my mom's side just have like one big kid compared to the rest of them.
Really?
It's kind of funny. Yeah.
Interesting. So you have like cousins that are kind of like you, or their siblings are a little bit smaller, but then there's just a big boy every once in a while.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Pretty unique.
You know what? Interesting too about that, like your friend group, they're all big people.
Yeah,
they're all huge.
Yeah.
Like, how does that even happen? Like, I remember in high school rolling, and like you guys, like you and Jacob Rolfe and Alex Baker and Jackson O'Hara, and then they're just these mammoth of men, right? In this friend group. How does that even happen?
I don't know. I mean, I guess like we all became friends and met each other through sports.
Right.
But still, I mean, there's a lot of smaller people that play sports.
I mean, I met all my friends through sports, and my friend, like the ones in high school, especially like Zeke Mangum, Jay Stykes, and Tom Wilson.
I love those guys.
They're awesome guys, but they're not
Yeah.
your guys' size.
Yeah. We definitely like would always be like, man, no one's messing with us. Like
I had that feeling hanging around you guys too. I was like, no one's touching me with these guys. You know.
I remember playing you guys in JJ, and I think your shortest kid was taller than our tallest guy. It's like,
yeah.
Yep.
So, I like to ask all my friends that I have on the podcast. I grew up pretty close. I guess every one of my guests are my close friends, but I like to ask them this question: what is the first memory that you have of me?
Oh.
And I'll tell you mine of yours, and he'll tell yours his.
I think my first memory was, I can't remember if, when did you and Hannah Lindsay kind of have a thing? Was that ninth grade?
Yeah.
I think because we never actually went to junior high together, right?
No, we didn't.
Because you moved in ninth grade.
I moved in ninth grade.
Okay. So I was a sophomore by then, so we went to different schools. But like, I remember like kind of hearing that you and Hannah Lindsay had this thing, and we're like, who's this kid that's with Hannah Lindsay? Like,
right.
And then like that's ended up being you, and
and you're like, what the heck?
But I think that's probably my first memory, and then
really,
the next year we played football together,
right?
And so
that's
I
funny.
remember you being just a stout fella.
A little mental running around the place. Yeah, that's funny that you say that, because I think my first memory with you was, I think I had to have been a sophomore and you were a junior. And my first vivid memory, and I was giving you advice, girl advice.
Oh, really?
On the bleachers. Was it like a soccer game or like a senior night soccer game under the lights?
Oh. You know what?
What?
I remember that because my very first Snapchat memory is of Tom sitting at the top of the bleachers with some girl.
What?
And I just like kind of like took a picture of him and then just put like the emoji with like a pencil and the notepad.
Yeah.
That was the same night.
Taking notes. I remember this too. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's funny.
Your advice obviously didn't work though.
Dude, I don't follow any of my advice. It doesn't work.
Well, you're married.
Well, it works for me, but I try to tell any of my friends. Like, none of my friends are dating anyone. Zeke got married, I guess.
Yeah.
So what's the deal, guys? Come on.
It must be your advice, man.
So what's the first memory you guys had of each other?
I get probably after the mission, because I didn't really know you before. Like, I kind of saw you around and stuff. Like, I knew of you. I remember, like, playing you in JJ. I'm remembering you were a very large human being. And, like, just seeing you around and stuff. But I think the first one was we went on that date and built, the gingerbread houses.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
A couple months after we got home. I think that was the first time. First memory I have, I guess.
Yeah, that wasn't very long ago.
No, that was.
I've known you longer. I guess probably similar situation. I knew who you were in high school, but I never really talked to you. But
I didn't talk to too many people in high school. Especially the older kids, they scared me.
I didn't realize everyone thought you were a jerk though until I watched that podcast.
Well, I didn't think everyone thought I was either. So.
Was it with Chyler?
Was it with Chyler?
I think so.
I think Cooper was just a devious little guy.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't think he really attacked anyone besides the people his age.
But you probably just like weren't like outgoing. It's probably
so I think there was two experiences that really made people think that. First one was when I hit Chyler in the nuts with a tennis ball.
That makes sense why Chyler would think
that.
Yeah, but like it was like we're playing lacrosse. Like how in the freak am I supposed to aim that thing?
I thought you aimed it at him.
Well, he was standing. I aimed at the goal, and he was standing in front of the goal. Yeah. So like he just kind of got in the way. Gotcha. But that kind of
blocked it though.
He did block it.
That was pretty impressive. Yeah. Well, that escalated into everyone like thinking I didn't like Chyler because I hit him with a tennis ball. I guess it was actually the same experience, so kind of 2 in 1. And a couple days after that, something came up with another kid because Chyler played football back then. So another kid on the football team like confronted me for not liking Chyler or something. I was like, "What the heck, man? Like, I don't have a problem with him. Like, I think I told him to shut up or something." Then he got mad at me, and that somehow escalated into me wanting to fight him. And then he's like, if you fight me, you got to fight the whole football team. So that escalated into me, like, the whole football team wanted to fight me. Like, back in 9th grade. And I remember I was, like, buddies with a few kids on the football team, like Jake Lyman and stuff. And he was on my side, so he's like, dude, I'll hang with you. But ever since then, I think everyone just thought that.
I never thought that, man.
Were you around back then?
Well, I was around.
Junior high days?
9th grade?
Oh, yeah, I think it was 9th grade. So.
Yeah, I was around 9th grade. Me and Cooper played baseball together when we were young. And Cooper disliked me all the way until junior year.
Really?
I found that out not too long ago. Strongly disliked.
Dang.
Dare I say hate.
Wow.
I wouldn't say hate. Just like at the beginning.
Not a fan of this kid.
Well, just at the beginning. Like, we actually tried out on the same day.
Oh.
He was just an odd duck from the start.
Yeah.
And like, especially
you you were goofy.
Yeah.
Still
that's
are.
fair. That's fair to say.
Nothing wrong with it.
No,
but
makes life.
back then, when kind of the kids that kind of stick out like that, just kind of
you get bullied.
Well,
like
yeah.
just kidding. Like, first memory I have of Creighton, I don't think I've said it on the pod before, but like, we tried out on the same day. And I play outfield, so I'm in the outfield, and he's on first base, and I just see this kid in a chubby little kid playing first base in a Westlake Thunder shirt. I didn't know where Westlake was, so I was like, what the freak is this kid doing in a Westlake shirt? But anyway, the coach hit a ball, and I was like, he didn't hit it good, so it just barely went up in the air. And Crane takes off running after this ball and dives for it, but he's 20 feet short. The ball's not even close to him, so he dives to catch his ball, and it literally he's 20 feet away, and the ball stops rolling. It's still just chilling there, and he's still 15 feet away.
Dude.
And the coach, he's in jail now. He's kind of an odd guy.
He's out. He's out.
Oh, he's out of jail. He was in jail. Yeah. But he was a crazy guy, too. He's, just praising Crane. He thought it was the best thing ever.
Dude.
Nice effort, Crane.
Trying hard.
See that, dude? I would go for everything. I still do die for everything, man. Just, I enjoy the thrill of it. I don't even care if I'm close. It's fun to fly through the air, and...
Yeah.
It hurts. But it's fine.
Yeah.
And I remember I remember my mom made him drive with Crane and his family to a few games and stuff, and he'd just say weird things all the time.
Whatever.
Yeah. I feel like he'd say, I can't remember. You just say weird things.
I mean,
just random.
Come on.
I'd just be sitting there in the car, it'd be silent for 20 minutes, and he'd just be like, do you know I like orange juice or something?
Yeah, that totally sounds like you.
Well, I feel like that's a valid question.
I know.
It is.
Now that I know you, it is. I was probably closed-minded back then. I needed to open my mind.
You're probably just what's this guy trying to do? What's he getting at?
I know. I just thought he was a weird guy.
I was trying to create a friendship.
I am. Yeah.
So, Jayden, what's your end goal?
Oh, dang.
Where do you see yourself in a few years? Where do you want to go?
Salem Total Fitness is everywhere.
Yep, everywhere. You name them all. Salem Total Fitness. I don't know. That's a question I've been asking myself. I don't know. Because after I got my associates, I stopped going to school. So going back's always been on my mind. Just possibly, but don't know what for.
Right.
I think I'm always gonna just be in the business world one way or another.
Right.
Just kind of the way I was raised, but then again, something might come up that might not be for me. So I've been thinking a lot about that, and that's kind of a scary question because you feel like you need an answer, but sometimes you can't come up with one. So I feel like really I've just been taking things day by day.
Right.
Before I started working at the gym, so I've been managing the gyms for about 7 months now. Before that, between when I stopped going to school and then started working at the gyms, I was just trying all sorts of different stuff.
Right.
And so if the gym's not in the future, I might just be going back to that, just finding what my thing is, just seeing what works.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that either.
Yeah.
I think kind of an interesting conversation I had with my father-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of
I love that guy.
Yeah, he's the best.
He's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he always has like really cool insights on things. Like,
mm-hmm.
I really respect a lot of his insights. And he was kind of talking about his perspective on goals. And he says like he doesn't really believe in goals. He says like a lot of times he feels like goals always like limited him and like constricted him.
Mm.
So he like kind of believes in like always working hard and like working to progress.
Yeah.
But not letting a goal confine you to a certain path of progression.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of, I've been thinking about that a lot lately. Like, it's hard for me. I really, like, same thing with me. I have no clue where I want to be exactly in 5 years. Like, mostly speaking, like, career-wise, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have no clue. Like, I mean, I have, I'm, like, trying tons of different things, but, like, I feel like if I keep working hard, something's going to work out, right?
Right.
So if I keep working hard, no matter what it is, if I just keep working hard and just at some sort of progression, it's going to work out to a certain extent, I think.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
One thing that just came to mind, though, that I love is, like, how you still got married. Like, a lot of people would be afraid to get married until they had something figured out.
Right.
And that's, like, one thing I love about the church, too, is that's a pretty common thing, which I feel like you hear about all of our parents, and, like, they getting married, they, like, not sure what they're doing, like, don't have anything.
Yeah.
But they still do it because, it's the best thing for them, I guess.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah, just something came to mind I wanted to point out.
Yeah, and
so,
like, that's one, I mean, I think I'm super blessed to have the opportunity to, like, grow with someone, right? And that's super cool, and, like, and I have someone to, like, when I'm super frustrated about something, I have someone to, she hears so much of my frustrations, it's insane. I'm a very frustrated person sometimes. And she just, like, listens and listens and listens. It's super awesome. So, like, it's just it's like a divine help having a spouse, so.
That's cool. That's a good word. That's a very flattering word for her.
Yeah. Well, she'll probably listen to the podcast, and maybe she'll be grateful. I think she will. Just kidding. She's a very gracious person, so. Yeah, but.
I guess question for you. I've been intrigued by your travels. I've seen, like, you post, like, stuff on, like, Instagram and stuff, and I think you're telling me a little about it. Like, didn't you go, like, you went to Hawaii a little while ago, right?
Yeah.
But just camped there?
Yeah.
Like, didn't get a hotel or anything, just kind of rolled up and...
Well, so I've had a few very unique experiences traveling. Yeah. So that one was pretty awesome. My good friend McKay Blanchard.
Yes, yeah.
I hope he listens to this.
Tell him to, man.
I really appreciate that guy. But anyway, so his mission. I don't know if you guys have ever met someone from the Denver North Mission, but they are so tight. Like, I've never seen anything like it before.
Close knit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know so many people from that mission through McKay, because McKay's just stayed good friends with all of them. And so anyway, like, long story short about how we went on there was through some connections through mission friends from him.
Gotcha.
And it was really funny. He mentioned that he was going to Hawaii like a couple weeks before, and said who wants to go, and I'm like, obviously I'm not just gonna drop everything and go. But then his then girlfriend, now wife, like, came to the gym. I was helping her tan because she wanted to get a good base for for Hawaii, right? And she's awesome too. Shout out to Eleanor. She might listen to this too. She's awesome. But anyway, so she was telling me all about it, and then she's like, "You should come." And this was like 2 days before they were leaving. I'm like, "Aren't you leaving like on Friday?" And it was Wednesday. She's like, "Yeah." I mean, the deal's still there. It was like, It was like just over $200 for a round trip to Maui.
Dang,
so
that's not bad at all.
yeah, so it was a good deal. And so I'm like, well, let me call McKay. He normally convinces me to do these things. And at the time, luckily, I was like pretty flexible with like work and stuff because I was just doing like odd jobs at the gym pretty much. I wasn't managing yet. And so then I booked my ticket that night after talking to McKay. And we went out there and went to Maui and we stayed. We just like I don't know if it's VRBO or Verbo, one of the, what I'm talking about, like the Airbnb thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Like Verboed a truck that had like a tent on top.
Wow.
And there was like 7 of us, and the only ones I knew was McKay and his then girlfriend, and everyone else, like I didn't know them, but I'm like, well, if they're all like spontaneous to come on this trip, they've got to be cool. And
Right.
And so we ended up having a really good crowd. We spent a couple days on Maui, just all 7 of us in the 2-door Nissan Frontier.
That's so
With the
awesome.
tent.
Like you were all sleeping in there and stuff too?
Yeah, like some in the back, they had like a pop-up tent on top, and then
Yeah.
it came with another tent. Like spend the night on the rocks. But
That's
then,
cool.
Then we met a guy at church. He was a high councilman. He's one of the most generous people I've ever met. He was like, well, how long are you guys here for? When we first met him, and we were planning on going to the Big Island a couple days later, so we went to, and so he's like, how long are you guys gonna be here? And well, the first reason we were talking to him was because we needed a place to put all of our luggage because we couldn't fit it all in the back of the truck, and also transport ourselves.
Yeah.
And so he's like, oh, you can take it to my house, like that's fine, we'll watch it. And so then he's like, well, we got to go night diving before you guys go.
That's what he said?
Yeah. And so then it was a crazy couple days. We went and rappelled down this canyon.
Oh.
And my friend Braxton, which I didn't know at the time, I met him on the trip. He was like really familiar with rappelling because he was a guide at Zion or something
cool.
like that. And so I'm like, that's a pretty good credential. I trust you. And like I hadn't rappelled since like scouts.
Right.
And so we went down this canyon, and there was 10 drops, and some of them you jumped and some of them you rappelled down. And so it was really cool. But like we ended up finding the top of the canyon too late because there was no service and the trail wasn't really marked. It was once we found it, but like it wasn't completely obvious where we were going, and so we found it too late. And so like 2/3 of the way it gets dark.
Okay.
And all we had was one phone light that was at 13%.
Oh my gosh.
And so we did some rappels and some jumps in the dark, and it was the most terrifying thing.
Oh, I bet.
And so then we finally made it back, and we get back to the truck, and Braxton goes, "Hey, do you have the keys?" The other kid says, "No, I don't have the keys."
No.
And so, but anyway, we ended up taking a video of us shotgunning Red Bulls, and we used the keys to puncture the cans. And so luckily his phone wasn't dead, because then they like pulled out that video like, wait, I think that's where we probably left him, and they went back up there and got him.
Oh, good.
Anyway, so then we went next day, just hung out driving around Maui, and then that night our friend Netane took us night diving. It was so cool, like spearfishing in the dark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. I was thinking
Yeah.
like
Just
cliff
that
jumping
night.
or something.
Oh no!
Night,
It was,
so
Did he have like snorkels and stuff for all you
we
guys?
just went and bought some from Walmart, and then went to Costco, got some headlamps, and put them in baggies.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
That is so cool.
We didn't get any fish, but there's like sea turtles all over the place. It was kind of scary though, because it was dark, and like something would hit you, and then you'd like shine your light, and then they're massive too.
Yeah.
But
So these turtles that were hitting you?
yeah,
Really?
Were
they like attracted to the light or something?
No, there's just some. They were just
There?
there. I don't know. because they weren't like coming at you, but like they were just swimming, and so just I know it's illegal to touch them, so just I want to make sure
They
touched me.
Okay.
I got in trouble for that actually.
Oh really?
Yeah, I went to Hawaii. I went to Kauai
Uh-huh.
when I was like 11, 12. I was pretty young. But same thing, or snorkeling. It was kind of like a designated one or whatever. They had like the little like reef kind of around it. But there was a turtle in there, and it swam right next to me.
Go say hi to the
and like it was just perfect. Like I just grabbed on the back of its shell, and it started pulling me around.
Oh, that's
and like all hell broke loose.
Oh, I bet.
Like some lifeguard guy, or I don't even know what he was, came and like ripped me out of there. Cause it wasn't very deep. It was only a couple feet, so you could like still stand in there.
Yeah.
Came and ripped me out there and was like, saying he's gonna call the cops and kick me off the beach and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
I was like a little kid, like I just wanted to ride the turtle.
Dude, it sounds like it was worth it though.
No, it was like, I feel like if you could get out in the open with that guy.
I don't know anyone
pretty
else
sick.
that can say they rode on a turtle's back.
I can't either.
It was short lived, but yeah.
But you lived it.
Oh, also crazy story about a sea turtle.
Uh-huh.
So when I was really young, I used to live in Samoa.
Oh.
So I was like,
Cool.
I turned like 8 over there. But anyway,
Did you get baptized over there?
No.
Oh, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But anyway, I guess I was pretty young, so I don't really remember it, kind of just like little bits and pieces. But I guess they had like this kind of like turtle sanctuary there. You could go and there's like just a ton of like turtles like they kind of rescued or something.
Mm-hmm.
And you can just jump in and swim with them. And it's Samoa, so they could care less. Like you could
less regulations.
Yeah, you could ride them, pick them up, whatever. But anyway, my dad built the AP at Samoa Temple over there.
Oh, cool.
So he like had guys over there, whatever, helping him do it. I guess one of his workers tried to pick up a turtle, so he like picks it up out of the water, and this turtle just slapped the shiz out of him, like with its flippers, and like they're big, right? So it kind of like messed him up, like it like broke.
Hit him hard.
Yeah, like broke skin, like
what?
Had big bruises on the side of his face.
Oh
from
man,
these turtles' flippers just slapping him.
Wow. So maybe they're really just watching out for us over here.
Maybe it was out of the water. I don't know if
it
it could slap you that hard underwater because he picked it up.
So yeah,
slap the shoes out of that guy.
Huh.
I guess like when you see the turtle in Kung Fu Panda, I guess
he's
What's his name, Mr. Miyagi?
Master
Miyagi. Or
Oogway, Master.
I think it's
Oogway?
Master Shifu.
No, Shifu.
Oogway.
It's Oogway, and the Shifu is the mouse guy.
Ah, yeah, the red panda.
Quality film.
He's a red panda.
Oh, red panda. Is he really? Wow.
I think so.
I think you're right, actually.
Because those are Chinese, right? Red pandas.
I believe so. I know pandas are. So.
Yeah. Anyway.
So anything else happened on this trip after the night diving?
Yeah, well,
Anything eventful?
reason I said that guy was like one of the most generous people ever was we got out and it was raining and we were just gonna make do with our tent and our sleeping situation, whatever. Because the 2 nights before, we just parked on the side of the road, found somewhere to sleep, and then the guy got mad at us like, you can't camp here. We're like, okay, it's morning, but we'll pack up and go. like it's too late for that. But anyway, he's like, you guys should come over. Let me feed you. You guys can stay. You guys can shower.
And there's what, like 9 of you?
Yeah, at that point there were 7 of us.
Oh, 7. Okay.
I think. I don't know, but a lot of us. And
Right.
so then we went over and he made us dinner, and like he was just such a nice guy. Then he offered to take us to the airport in the morning, which was like a solution to another problem, like having to drop off the truck and get to the airport somehow.
Yeah.
And so yeah, he was a really big blessing. But yeah. Then we went from sleeping on the side of the road to then staying at this very, very nice beachside house on the Big Island, and our main purpose of this trip was to go hunt feral sheep, and so that when we got there, we were just gonna go on public land, but then this guy, and like feral sheep in Hawaii, you guys may already know they're like a big problem over there, and so because they're not native.
Right.
And so this guy, he turns out to be like #1 spear fisherman in the world. He's really cool.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and he was telling us like just some stories, and then Then we're like, so are you coming hunting with us tomorrow? And he's like, no, but you guys can go on my property.
Oh, cool.
So we got to go on his private property, and it was so cool. He just like drew out a little map, and then we went over and then come up on a herd, pick the biggest one, and then kill it, leave it, and then go up on another herd. We should have brought more than one gun, but then we'd shoot another one, and then until we all got one.
That's awesome.
So how many sheep did you end up getting?
So we were in a group of 4. We split up in groups, but my group of 4, we all got one. So
awesome.
they're pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Did you bring them home with you?
Yeah,
How'd you get them home?
we just brought the skulls home.
Did you like boil them over there or just?
No.
So just like a bloody skull, just brought it home.
We just got like a bin from Walmart or something like that, and then just put all the heads in there. They like, we cleaned them the best we could. I say we, but it wasn't me. The other guys did.
I'd love to see what TSA says to that.
Oh,
what the heck?
So the funny thing is when, because it was one of the other guys that took it home. He when he got it back, it had the TSA tape all over it, so they opened it up. So,
oh my gosh!
So those poor people had quite the surprise.
Indeed, they did.
I feel like TSA has to see so many things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't even want to guess what the things they see.
Yeah.
Freaking TSA. Yeah, that's cool. So, what do you think the biggest lesson you learned from this spontaneous trip was?
That's a good question, man. I think one like really big thing I learned was really like how close you can become like to someone that you don't even know.
Yeah.
Like especially when you like go through like certain situations, like everyone on that trip, like we have a group chat and everything, like we're all tight now. And then like two couples got married from that trip. And so like everyone was at their weddings. It was cool. And so
that's cool.
And like I've always been like I like to think I'm a pretty friendly guy, but I wouldn't say like I'm outgoing, like meet new people kind of friendly, and like actually like trust and like be super cool with someone. But yeah, this random group like
it's cool, huh?
Yeah, we became good friends. So
that's really cool.
Yeah.
I know. I want to do more things like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, let's do it.
Spontaneous trip to Hawaii.
Should we look up tickets right now?
Let's see how spontaneous you guys can get.
Yeah.
Leave this weekend.
Well, and it's
Friday.
funny, like almost the same exact group, like plus some, minus some. We just went on that cruise I was telling you about.
Oh yeah.
So.
You just got back from a cruise too?
Yeah.
Oh wait, you went with that group?
Yeah. Almost the same group.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Where was your cruise to?
It was to the Bahamas.
Did you go to like Nassau or whatever?
There, and then we went on Royal Caribbean, so we went to Coquet Bay.
Coquet Bay.
Island.
Yeah.
It's like their resort island that they made.
Did you go on the big water slide there?
No, it was like $100.
Are you for like one time?
Like for like the park, but
park.
Oh, dude, that was like my favorite thing ever. I've been.
Oh, you went on it?
They said it was like apparently it's the tallest one in the world.
Wait, is this like the Atlantis one?
No, that's in Nassau.
Oh.
But anyway.
Yeah, they said it was the tallest. I was like, I gotta do it now. Gotta be able to say I've been on the tallest water slide in the world. I don't know if it really is or not, but I say it is. It's pretty tall. Pretty up there.
You can say anything you want nowadays.
You can.
Well, actually, no, you can't.
But
that's a lie.
You can't. It's just you want to deal with the reparations or not.
Yeah.
What is one trip that you would consider to be a dream trip?
Okay. So right now my number one bucket list item is to see the Northern Lights.
Ooh, cool.
I'm a sucker for sunsets and stars.
I can totally see that.
Dude, last year, like, I went up and watched, like, to the top of West Mountain to watch, like, one of the meteor showers all by myself. It was the greatest thing ever.
That's awesome.
It was right after, like, Zach Bryan dropped his American Heartbreak.
American Heartbreak.
album, so
Oh, Zach Bryan. Come on the podcast,
yeah,
brother.
dude, I love Zach
Me
Bryan.
too. Did you hear his new song? Dawns?
Yeah, it's all right.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Really? I really liked it. Did you listen to it yet?
Yeah, I liked it.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked the
Not
girls.
my favorite, but like I thought.
Really?
Yeah, it's a great song.
Yeah.
All his songs are good though.
Yeah, and I love how like genuine he is, like, because he was like he's like, guys, I don't consider this a country song at all, but I'm not limited to country. Like, I made this song because I think it's cool. So
Which song was it?
Don's.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
That, you know, like he says, like he has that one song lyric. He he does his best to keep the truth in songs. You know that lyric I'm talking about?
I don't know which
Do
one
my
that is.
best to keep truth in songs, something like that. It's a good.
Can
You
you say that
finish
again a
singing
little
it?
louder?
No, I had to go quiet so no one could hear. No, but I love Zach Bryan. Holy crap. Okay, I have a spontaneous trip for you.
Uh-huh.
He's not. I looked on his next tour schedule. He's not coming to Utah,
Yeah, I saw that.
but he's going to Colorado. What about getting a group together?
like the
going
Red
to
Rocks?
Red Rocks.
That'd be pretty cool. It's got to be sold out, right?
I don't think it's for a minute.
Oh,
I don't think it's till like this upcoming fall.
huh.
Yeah,
But
I could be
still,
wrong.
like, especially because
I
like
think they're
the
like $500.
tickets, yeah, and like the ticket prices lowered, so they're cheaper than normal
Mm-hmm.
because all of his homies hate Ticketmaster.
Right.
Yeah.
But that'd be cool. I've never been to a concert before, so I
What?
don't really.
Dude, I haven't either.
Yeah, I don't know. I find joy in just
Yeah.
getting in my truck, press and
that's
play.
fair. That's fair.
I can sing along by myself, but
Anyway,
if I did go to a concert, it'd probably be pretty cool.
it is so like I'm a sucker for concerts. I love.
If it's
concerts.
the right person, I think I'd really
Yeah.
enjoy it. So
Anyway, sorry. Tell us where you want to go to the Northern Lights
so bad.
Where
I
are you
don't know.
going to see them?
because there's multiple places
I
you can
don't
see
know.
the Northern Lights.
I don't know where. I don't know when, because I heard it's kind of rare. But
I tried to
Um,
see them.
from where?
In Canada.
Oh,
I
that's right.
don't think I was quite far enough north. Like I remember seeing stuff like they said we could see them. They're like if you go out like between 2 and 4 a.m.
Uh-huh.
like you should be able to see them. And
So
I
did you
probably like
stay up late or wake
Yeah.
up early?
I just set alarms like probably like 15, 20
Oh,
times
really?
throughout my mission.
Okay.
Like I'd set alarms because they'd say you'd be able to see them and we'd go outside.
Like from your house?
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
but we never saw them.
I wonder if you had to be like more in like a really rural part.
Yeah, I think they said that helped and stuff. And I don't think we weren't far enough north. Like you go another couple hundred miles north, like you could just go out anywhere and see them good, I guess.
But I've heard of them like being like you can see them in like Oregon.
Oh,
or,
really?
like, Montana and yeah.
Yeah, I think those were the time they're like saying like sometimes they drop down, so it's just like certain times of the year. Like they're like, oh, if you go out this time, you should be able to see them. But
I think it'd be cool to see them in like Iceland
Yeah.
because you can see them. I think in Iceland, right? I think that'd
Probably.
be really cool.
or my dad, he went up to Northwest Territories and he said he could see them like really good up there. Like they're super bright. It's cool.
Yeah, what are the Northern Lights? Like, what causes them?
So I'm pretty sure like the scientific name is like
Aurora Borealis or something like that?
yeah, Aurora Borealis. I have a hard time saying that word. Same with like rural. I just say rural.
Rural.
But anyway,
You can't say literally, so it's...
I
Oh, we proved this
No, you can't.
yeah, I thought it was proven.
already. Yeah, I thought it was proven too.
Yeah.
No, you...
He just don't
Okay,
accept
if you try, you can do it, but in regular conversation, you still say
Okay,
literally.
like just a regular conversation right here, and I'm gonna say literally. Boom.
Yeah, okay, anyway, but I think it just has to do with like the Earth's magnetic core, whatever. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I just know that they look dope.
They do.
And I know I love like all things like sky
Right.
for some reason. Not as big on clouds as I am stars, but
Not a big cloud.
But like if you're there, if it's daytime and you're looking in the sky, you'll enjoy it.
Yeah,
A comet cloud.
yeah.
Dude, I think there's like here in the next month there's like a 50,000 year meteor shower or something like that.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard about like the green comet. Or
That's
something
what
like
I
that.
think. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, I wanted to go see that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about going up like Spanish Fork Canyon, find a little
Yeah.
place, and
I'll-
want to
Is
go.
that an invite or?
Yeah, that's an invite for anyone. I want to go like
Yeah.
cook some meals,
Oh,
go
that
somewhere
sounds-
really just kind of
one pot meal.
a good
Dude,
one pot meal.
I love I love doing stuff like that.
I did too. Let's do it. I'll look more into it, see what it is. Maybe we can get a group of people.
Yeah.
That'd be super fun.
I don't think we hang out enough. Every time I hang out with you guys, it's just the greatest time ever.
It is, dude. Honestly, every time I hung out with you guys, like you and your friend group, I always have a great time. I legitimately always do.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten up too long ago.
That Friendsgiving.
Super fun.
Solid.
Super fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Big flannel night.
It was
Sorry,
a
you were
big fun.
invited.
I wasn't cool enough, I guess.
I didn't do the invitation.
I know. I only got invited because of Bracken.
That is true. That was why
for
he
Bracken. I would have been there. So.
No, I think we should plan a trip.
Yeah.
Cool trip or something.
Something like that'd
Even
be
if it's
sweet.
just like, I don't know, St. George.
Yeah.
Could do something St.
Jerusalem?
George or something.
Yeah.
Freaking.
Well, and McKay and Eleanor are leaving me in July, so
Why? To where?
they're going to Africa to work for Weston Construction.
Oh, they built temple.
Yeah. And so it was funny. He's like, who's gonna force you to do fun things when I leave? And I'm like, well, I guess I might have just found them.
Dude,
Might be you guys.
let's do it.
But yeah.
I'd love to.
No, but I was telling when I was at the gym after we were talking about the podcast, and I was just telling you about how much I loved it because I just like I love talking to you guys so much that like when I'm watching the podcast, I feel like I'm just sitting in on the conversation, but like obviously I'm not talking, but yeah, you guys are awesome.
Yeah,
I
I
really
feel
appreciate
so
you
good.
guys.
I feel warm inside. I feel so warm inside.
Well, you guys are some real stand-up guys.
Well, we would have you on again anytime, Jayden.
Dude, I'm right here close. Do you normally do same day stuff, or how you texted me just a couple hours ago?
Well, we didn't have guests for today, and we're like this. Honestly, today kind of snuck up on us.
Yeah,
because
because you just
I just got home from my cruise, and so it just kind of today snuck up on us, and then I'm like, and I was like, I'm like, text Cooper. I said, who should we have on the podcast today? And he's like, well, how about Jayden? I said, yeah, I'll text Jayden because we're pretty sure. I mean, you're to live around, and
I was like, from the moment you guys started it, I'm like, oh, that'd be kind of cool to go on there.
You've been one of our most loyal listeners, like,
dude. Yeah,
if not the most loyal.
I love it. Like I try to leave the likes, leave the comments,
dude,
as much as I can.
They don't go unnoticed.
But I'm a YouTube guy. I don't have Spotify, so
it's all right.
I'm trying to get the YouTube going.
Well, I've seen your comments on there, man.
Yeah, we appreciate them.
We really do. Is there anything you think we could do anything better on the podcast to like make it even like better than it is?
I mean, off the top of my head, I can't really think of much.
Obviously, we need better equipment. We're getting to that point, but
no, I think it's great. But maybe some like over the head microphones in the face, like the pros.
Yes, that's.
I'm just kidding.
Or
we'll get there. We'll get there.
Uh-huh.
Like just like it was like just normal pair. You like plug them into there.
Oh yeah.
And the sound's like kind of delayed, so you like can hear yourself talking.
Yeah. Oh,
but I just know it's actually nice.
It's cool.
Oh, really?
Like
it's cool.
I feel smarter.
I don't like to hear myself talk.
Because this is
especially on the phone when there's an echo.
Yeah,
it's
like,
different.
I gotta hang up.
We'll let you try after the podcast. We'll let you plug into this and hear it. It's actually like it's cool though.
Like it's weird for the first couple seconds, but then like I feel so much smarter for some reason.
Yeah,
it's weird.
You
It's
feel
weird.
like you can articulate your words like way better.
That's something I'm not very good at.
I'm not either.
Yeah.
Like I thought I was good at articulating my words until I started a podcast and listened to the podcast, and I'm like, I sound like a rambling freak.
Dude, I've been like thinking about kind of weaknesses lately, and like one of my major weaknesses is storytelling. Like I for some reason I'm so bad at selling stories. Like I mean,
I thought
we're probably gonna go back to like listen to that. Me talk about the Hawaii trip, and he's like, "Whoa, he's all over the place." He's
Really? I thought
it was good, man. I was impressed.
I felt captivated, entertained. I loved it.
See, I feel like I just need to be better at articulating my words, and I just want a bigger vocabulary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I need to
Books
read
help
more or
with
something.
that. I'm not a reader. I was that kid in school that like I read the same 4 books. Well, I read 4 books and then would use those for book reports every term. Was
one of them Hatchet?
No, but
Oh, I thought you had it.
I've never heard of that one.
Really?
Oh, that's it's like
That's a
my
classic.
favorite book. It's a good book.
When there was one year in high school where I had 2 different English teachers, one first semester, one second semester, and then I just did 2 books. I did same one like first and third term, and then the same one like third and fourth term, or second and fourth term. But
that's awesome.
I actually just did 75 hard.
Oh, how was that?
It
Hard?
was really good. Yeah, it was hard. The easiest part became the reading. Like one of the easiest.
So it's 10 pages a day, right?
Yeah.
What else is
Yeah.
that? It's 2 exercises a day. Right?
Yeah.
One inside, one outside.
Yep, 45 minutes long. And then you follow a diet. I just did no sweets. It was pretty realistic for me.
That would be hard for me. I love sweets.
Yeah, oh, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Oof.
Dude, I'm an ice cream connoisseur.
Really?
Yeah, big word for you. I don't know if you
Connoisseur,
know
that is a good word.
Yeah. But, yeah, there's that. And then, yeah, the gallon of water. And then, then the reading. But, and then you're not supposed to drink, which I made it. You're supposed to have alcohol or tobacco, but yeah, I
75
You
days.
made it, huh?
made it 75.
Good for you.
Like,
That's
that
awesome.
was a fairly easy one for me. but yeah, the reading became like one of the easier tasks.
So what did you read?
So I read a book about Porter Rockwell.
Okay, cool.
Really interesting guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Really cool guy.
What was it? The Killing Angel or
The Angel of Death.
Angel
or
of Death, something like that.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So cool.
And then I read a book called Extreme Ownership, which was really
by
good
Jocko
for me.
Willink.
Yep, Jocko Willink and
good
Leif
one.
Babin. It was really good, really cool. The way they formatted it was pretty cool because it was like principle, and then application to business, and because now they have a business where they go offer like leadership counsel to big companies, and so for every principle they shared, they had a direct application to like a business that they worked with.
That's cool.
So it's pretty sweet, but yeah,
That's cool.
Do you guys know much about the book?
I haven't read. I've listened to what it like. I've listened to him, Jocko, talk about his book, but I haven't read the book.
So, I'll send you guys like this TED Talk, where he kind of tells the story right from the beginning for it's like 15 minutes long, but it's like this story that's everything's kind of based off there, but it's pretty much about like taking ownership in your life and taking ownership in business.
That's
and
cool.
like just like controlling what you can control, and like, and he points out, he kind of exposes you.
That's awesome.
So
Jocko, he was a Navy SEAL, right?
Yeah.
Super hardcore dude.
Yep.
So in the book, he would give like a real life story and then show how that applies to either business or life or whatever.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That sounds really interesting.
I read a book recently that kind of are along the same lines as that. It's I don't remember his name, but he was the FBI's number one hostage negotiator.
Oh. Wow.
So it's the same style, and so he's got like a business consulting now, like he's like a business consultant. But basically, it's called Never Split the Difference.
Okay.
But he talks about he talks about the psychology of negotiation, and he will talk about like a real life like hostage negotiation he did and happened, and then he would break it down into like how you can apply it to business or life or conversation. It's a really, really good book. I just finished it a week ago.
Do you want to tell them how your negotiation tactics went though when you tried to practice?
Well, he teaches you how to do a lot of listening tactics, and so I've tried to really adopt these listening tactics, and I started to do them really subconsciously because they really do help me listen a lot better. But as I've been reading this book, I like to I tell Bracken this is what I'm I like to just break down what I'm reading so I can understand it, and I just like talking about things.
Mm-hmm.
So I was telling her some of these tactics, and then she was super stressed at the airport the other day, and I was trying to listen and be a good trying to help her calm down and diffuse the situation a little bit.
Just trying to use it as a negotiation.
And I was using my tactics. Book, not negotiation tactics, they're listening tactics.
You're pulling out notes.
And so I was doing it, and there's word cues that I would say that would show that I'm using what I learned in the book, and I said that to her. I was using this tactic that she knew because I explained the tactic to her, which I did subconsciously, but she said she's gonna slap the shiz out of me if I keep using this. And she was pissed. I was like, well, this book was a waste of time to read. So,
yeah,
but it's a good book.
That's how I feel when because I've dabbled in sales a little bit and learned a lot of their tricks and stuff like that. But that's how I feel when they use that on me when they're trying to sell something.
Right.
Dude, what,
right.
I know what you're doing.
Especially after reading this book, I really can see what they're doing. I'm like, okay, I can totally see this.
I think there's a big difference between if someone notices you doing that, it's almost it just makes it worse.
Yeah.
They're just kind of trying to trick you into it.
Yeah,
but if you're good enough to do it without just genuinely that just it's kind of flowing. That's just how you're presenting it. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's super useful.
Right.
I feel like a lot of people don't get to that point.
But this book, the cool thing about it was his whole big thing. He said the biggest part of negotiation is really just listening. In every conversation, you should be actively listening is his thing. And so there's a lot of connections I made with I really like Elder Bednar, and how Elder Bednar always talks about when he goes and gives this talk, he doesn't come up with anything because he's just speaking how he feels. He's going off the spirit, right? And so that's what I'm trying to do, even with podcasting is a lot of time I have the tendency to, while I'm listening, think of what I'm going to say and respond.
Exactly. I had that same thought while you were talking.
Yes.
I was doing it. I was like, what am I going to say to?
Yeah, exactly. And so that, and then I find myself doing that all the time. But you hear Elder Bednar speak about this. Uh-huh. The guy talks about in the book. You just need to actively listen and don't think how you're going to respond, and respond naturally after.
Dude, that takes a lot of faith.
It does. But it's kind of cool how this guy's saying this from a psychology standpoint, and how Elder Bednar says it from a spiritual standpoint. Yeah. And these two have nothing to do with each other, and no connections, at least that I'm aware of. It's just cool to see real life applications I learned from this book, and see it comparatively to a spiritual application from an apostle, right? Yeah. That literally say the exact same thing. But one's saying it's from a psychological standpoint, and one's saying it's from a spiritual standpoint, which psychology and spirituality really do intermingle intimately. So it's kind of cool. But yeah, great book. Yeah, I'd recommend it. Cool. Super cool hostage. Some of the stories he was telling about hostage negotiations and stuff. Incredible.
There's got to be some. I hope he wasn't the guy that negotiated the trade we had with Russia.
Dude, he's retired. He's been retired for a bit.
Okay. To say, I don't know if I'd read that guy's book.
I don't know who was in charge of that.
Yeah, that was the worst. What the freak? Yeah, but now I'm reading. I just started a new book yesterday. Mm-hmm. It's Tim Ballard. Yeah. I just reading one of his books I haven't read yet, The Lincoln Hypothesis. Oh. The connection between the Book of Mormon and Lincoln and the restored gospel of Lincoln.
I've heard of his hypothesis,
the Pilgrim hypothesis.
Yeah, I heard a really cool story from that one.
Really? I want to read that one next.
Yeah, something that might get you excited, want to read it. It kind of got me excited, but then since I'm not doing 75 hard, it's hard for me to actually get to reading if I don't have to. Yeah. But anyway, so this story is of this guy that was on the Mayflower, and this guy overcame all sorts of crazy near-death experiences, and I think so Tim Ballard was studying about this guy, right? And he's like what's this guy's deal, how does he have all these crazy stories, what is keeping him alive? Then he does some more digging, and that guy turns out to be directly related to Joseph Smith.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I gotta go read that, but because that's just a story I heard, but I gotta go read it, confirm it, and learn more about it. But
No, dude.
it's pretty cool.
Like I said, I said in the last podcast, Tim Ballard's like my hero. I love Tim Ballard.
Yeah, he's cool.
But I read one of his first books he wrote, and it's called The Covenant. Oh my gosh, it'll change your mind about a lot. Like, not change your mind, but it'll like expand your mind crazy. Like, it talks about like how, make it quick. How much time have we been running? Oh, it's been about an hour.
Yeah.
But it's been it talks about. Sorry, I'm talking a lot. Was there anything you want to say? Sorry.
Dude, I'm not gonna cut you off.
Gosh, I feel bad now. I just but it talks about like the covenantal relationship between the United States, like the Constitution, rather, and God, and how the Constitution acts and serves as like a covenant between a nation, a national covenant, and God, right? So he talks about in the book how the more we deviate from the Constitution, because it was written by inspired men, right? Mm-hmm. The more we deviate from this Constitution, the more God will retract like his blessings and like kind of like his pavilion, I guess you could say. So it's like the more we veer from the Constitution, the less protection we see or feel from God, because that's kind of, covenant is a two-way relationship, right?
Yeah.
It's really cool book. Like, it's really cool. It's a hard one to read, kind of, because there's a lot of information.
Yeah.
But it's a really cool book. He's so cool. Tim Ballard's so cool.
He is. Yeah. What he's doing.
Yeah.
It's like really
absolute animal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else, guys? I feel like
I don't know. You
Sorry.
got anything else?
I mean, if we really wanted, we could sit here for another 6 hours. But
I really could, dude. I love this. I love it so much. It's so cool.
Because I have to come back on, right?
Dude, please come back
hard
on.
too, man.
Or we could just hang out, same thing.
That's true. I'd like to just hang out
both.
too.
Why don't
or
we
both.
just do both?
Yeah. Just both, yeah. Just film us hang out.
Let's film us hanging out.
We should do a episode like up in the woods or something like that.
Dude, I've been wanting to do
We were going to do like a ice fishing one the other day,
that would have been cool.
It was
miserable.
Yeah, it was just not, it wasn't good.
I remember hearing about that.
It was cold.
It was late, and then it was really cold, and then it was like crammed and slushy. And
you brought your summer sleeping bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I tell you this?
I think you talked about it on the podcast.
Did I talk about it in a podcast?
I'm kind of a super fan.
That's so
I think
awesome.
you had like the podcast that you guys did right before you left.
Yeah.
It was a surprise to me. I'm like, wait, I thought that was a Monday night thing. And then I remembered you were leaving. So I'm glad you got one before you left.
Yeah.
Then we've gone a week without it.
We should do like a podcast.
Under the stars.
We can do it in the gym.
Oh, that would actually
While we work out.
Dude, that actually would be pretty sick.
I would be way too distracted.
I would too. We just do curls the whole time, right in front of the preacher curl.
We just bring on
bench.
random members as they walk by.
Come on. Can we ask you a question really quick?
There's some really cool people there.
Oh, there are. Amen to that. What were you going to say?
Or I was going to say we could do like a podcast. What's it called? Like kind of like a questionnaire game or something.
Oh, yeah.
The winner gets something.
Dude,
Jayden
I
winner.
love trivia. I love trivia.
A podcast trivia game.
That would be pretty fun.
What episode did they say this on? Jayden.
Jayden, that's unfair. Jayden would win, man.
Yeah.
Jayden would win everything. Oh, that'd be fun. But I think something like that would be cool. Podcast Under the Stars, because Jayden's a star guy.
With the campfire.
Or what if we do
campfire with the campfire sound in the background? That would be phenomenal.
Podcast during meteor shower.
Podcast during meteor shower. That would be pretty cool too.
Oh, yeah. I guess. Yeah, that'd be good.
Dude, so many good
You
ideas.
say like, how do I just like peacefully listen to music though if we do that?
That's true.
Yeah.
How you can listen to Zach Bryan and do a podcast?
Dude, Morgan Wallen's 36 song album coming out in March.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
All right.
So-
Bet.
Yeah.
We'll be
Anyway.
looking forward to that. Then.
Sorry, that just came to mind.
Oh, that's nice. I'm excited.
I haven't heard about that.
I haven't either.
I'm excited too.
Well, boys, we're about at our hour mark. Is there anything else we want to say, discuss, or talk about?
No.
I'm getting real comfortable in this chair. I don't have to take a pre-workout to go to the gym. I'm tired.
You guys are going after this?
Yeah, I am at least. Where are you going to go?
I might go for a minute. I went this morning.
Oh.
So
At least you can get a good sauna sesh or something.
yeah.
Nice
yeah,
little 2-day cardio.
Yeah.
Abs.
Sounds too
I
bad.
think I'll just do abs and sauna maybe.
Good for you.
I gotta do some chest and try today. So
It's Monday.
Monday.
That's what Mondays are for.
Amen.
I switched mine up because too many people were on the benches on Monday.
That's a good thing to do.
I've been thinking about doing my leg days on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I do my leg days on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Saturdays are very iffy if I go.
Yeah.
But I do get them Wednesdays, but maybe I'll switch it around.
Yeah. I've been doing the traditional, just Monday chest, Tuesday legs.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the week, just figure it out. But
yeah,
I work out with Alex Baker every day.
That's awesome.
Dude, that guy's an animal. He's big. He's a beast.
Yeah. You guys go to Payson?
Yeah, we go to Payson. But there's just something about having a good workout partner.
It is.
It's
kind of been a big
incredible.
bummer for me because I can't go in the mornings because I leave to work so early, and he goes in the mornings. I don't have a partner anymore.
Yeah.
Whatever. He ditched me long before I did. Don't let him fool you.
That's the biggest lie.
Don't let him fool you.
That's a big
I've
lie.
been lone wolfing it at the gym for a long time now.
Well, you choose to be.
Whatever. How many times has Jayden seen me after, like in the evenings too, by myself?
Quite. Well, we actually worked out together one time.
I know. And guess who wasn't there?
Well, it's not like I didn't go.
That was
This guy.
when he was dating Bracken.
Yeah,
I still went to the gym.
He doesn't believe me. There was like a month and a half gap there. He just didn't go.
No, I went to the
Really?
gym. I just would go in the mornings.
Oh.
No, I think you said you went
I
to like
brother
the
swear.
Axis gym.
Oh,
or
when I
something.
couldn't go
Brother
there.
swears that.
But
when
I don't know if the Axis gym counts. It's like they got like 2 dumbbells.
No,
in
the
there.
Axis gym actually isn't terrible. They actually got some good weights.
Wait, where at?
The Axis gym.
Oh, that gym's legit.
It's actually pretty nice.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe me, but it's actually pretty decent.
I call that place Babylon.
Yeah,
It really is so bad there.
They're great in space.
It really is, dude. You walk around, you're gonna see thongs. You're gonna see things you don't want to. Well, maybe you want to. Some people.
There's just a lot
I
of
glanced.
partying. Just a lot of partying there.
There is, yeah.
Pool's always full. Hot
Yeah.
tub's always full.
Yep.
But,
It's pretty crazy there. Bracken lived there when we were dating.
Dude, that place was crazy.
Yeah.
So this is kind of crazy about Axis. So I did carpet cleaning at Axis for a couple weeks during the summer. Just because like they paid really good. So I was like, yeah, I'll clean
Cool.
Axis. But anyway, so me and my brother did it together. But it was wild. So they just gave us, it was during the summer, so like a lot of the kids were gone, but still they're like half the rooms were full.
Yeah.
They just gave us a master key, and we're just cranking through these things, right? So they're just like, just knock once and go in. I'm like, okay, and like I'm kind of scared because like I've heard Axis anyway.
Yeah.
But anyway, like we just gotta crank through these, right? So we'd get a couple knocks and then just open up, and we open the door on way too many things I would rather not seen.
Yeah, that's
Interesting.
maybe that's the place to see
Yeah,
it.
it was bad.
Freak, man. Good old Axis.
Yeah.
I'm glad I never have to go there again.
I was gonna say I don't think anything good comes from Axis.
No, well,
That's why I didn't
my
believe
marriage kind of
cocaine
came
was
from
good.
Axis, though. That's where she was living.
Yeah, well,
That's a good thing.
one thing I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, we went on that.
Yeah.
We went on that date all together
Yeah.
at Axis.
Yeah, I've hung out there quite a few
Yeah,
times.
that's right. Remember, that's where we did the. That's where we did the.
With,
The what is it called? Gingerbread.
Yeah, gingerbread.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
See that? Good things come from that, Cooper.
Yeah.
Nothing. I don't think anything good came from that.
Well, good time.
Good time, a heck of a
Yeah,
time.
I
We
guess.
made a double decker, man. A double decker gingerbread house.
Yeah.
Tell me that's not good. That's great.
Yeah, I guess.
Dude, even the car ride up there and back was fun.
That was-
That was great. No, that was wonderful. Getting the Nissan Titan
Yeah.
XD.
Yeah.
That was so fun.
Yeah. This is your first memory of me.
I don't. I was limiting it to just Axis.
Just- okay.
Outside Axis, great times.
All right.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. All right, boys. Should we end it here?
Yeah, we better, or else we'll just keep going.
Guys,
So,
don't forget to get your memberships at Total Fitness, either Payson or Salem. They work for both. That's been one of the best decisions / investments I've ever made.
wow.
Management, I can vouch for them. Great people. Love the management. Yeah. Anything else, boys?
I don't think so.
I better not say anything.
Don't
worry, there'll be a
part
part
two.
two-
Part
part
two
two
coming.
This is the saddest part of every podcast.
When
is
I
watch you
walk-
walk out.
When I walk away.
Yeah.
I'm just nervous. He forgot to press play every time he walks.
I
in.
know that. It's gonna happen one of
You
these
should-
times.
You should probably use 2 phones or something.
3,
Oh.
2.
Yeah, go ahead. Go
Okay,
ahead.
bye.
Yeah.